What's up everyone, Jojo Prime here, and today we'll be checking out the new guitar plugin by Bogren Digital, the AmpKnob BDH bundle. I just downloaded the free trial a couple days ago, and I noticed real quick that you can get some pretty cool Gojira-esque tones with it. So we're gonna talk all about that. But before we do that, we're gonna listen to the plugin in a full demo mix of a little song that I wrote in the style that Gojira work in albums like The Link and From Mars to Sirius. Okay, so now let's go ahead to my DAW and let's check out what's going on with this plugin. Okay, so now we're here in Ableton Live 10 with the session of the song I recorded open with all plugins running. It's already mixed, so this is the plugin and this is how it sounds in the mix. And this is how it sounds by itself. So it sounds very similar to the tone that Gojira had in From Mars to Sirius. It's not exactly it, but I got it to that point. As you can see, the plugin is that simple. It's only on and off, and you got the pedal that you can turn on or off. It's basically an overdrive. And of course, you got the gain knob that's basically no metal or very metal. You got your input and output controls, you got your tuner, you got your IR loader, which the standard IR that comes with is pretty good. I just loaded my own because it doesn't sound too different than the original, but I just like it a little bit better. And if you go here to settings, you can set your preference for audio for stereo or mono, and the DSP quality I got it in high, and I got it in stereo mode, so both guitar tracks are running into this one plugin. And you got your gates also in setting. I raised the gate a little bit up so it's a little bit tighter. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about it. Let's just hear the plugin by itself and move some of the settings around to see how it sounds. So as you can hear, if you turn the gain all the way up, you get almost drastically different tones from it. Let's hear it all the way up with no pedal. And now let's turn the gain all the way up. Of course, this plugin is based around the Peavey 5150, and there's 3 plugins in this bundle, which I'm gonna show to you right now. There's this is the main one that I use, and there's also this one that is of course, based around the EVH 5153, which is actually what Gojira has been using live for, I think, 10 years now. And they also have this other plugin that's based around the 6505 by Peavey also, but it's technically the same amp as the 5150, or that's what I heard, because basically they couldn't use the 5150 name when Eddie Van Halen moved to Fender to do the EVH amps, so they had to rename it to 6505. Some people say that it sounds different, some people say that it's the same amp. I haven't really been able to do the test myself to be able to tell you, yeah, this is a different amp or this is the same amp. But I will say that the EVH 5150 and the original Peavey 5150 do sound a little bit different. I feel like the EVH is a tighter amp, at least the real EVH is a much tighter amp than the 5150 by Peavey. I feel like the Peavey one has a lot more low end. And I don't know, I've been able to try the 5153 in person a bunch of times, and I loved it every single time. It's so easy to get a great tone out of it, unboosted. But yeah, the plugin doesn't sound that much different to the original version. And actually, let's hear how the BDH III plugin sounds in the mix with this. And now by itself. So as you can hear, it does sound quite different than the other one. I feel like this one has a more present attack. And actually, I didn't show you before. I had this going on. This is all I did to the guitars. Just some high pass filter, low pass filter, and I did do a little bit of a mid boost around here, 1200 hertz. Not too much. I just wanted to get a little bit more of a chunkier attack from the guitars like it has on the From Us to Zeros album by Gojira. It's without it. As you can see, it's not that much different. It's just adding a little bit more focus and a little bit more, and it helps it glue a little bit more in the mix. It's just so I can get it a little bit closer to that sound that the guitars had in the From Us to Zeros album. So it's just getting it a little bit closer to what I wanted it to sound. But honestly, you don't have to work a lot to make it sound great. It's just a very good sounding plugin out of the box. Now let's check out the BHD 6606, which is the 6505 bass version. And as you can hear, this one sounded a little bit more choked out than the 5169 and the BHD 3. I do like the other ones a little bit more because they had a bit more of a punchy, much more chunkier attack than in comparison to this one. I mean, it doesn't sound bad at all. I just prefer the other ones a little bit more. I feel like you could get some suffocation type death metal tones with this plugin very easily. Maybe if you cut a little bit of the mids, and you could sound very much like the latest suffocation albums. Something that I did notice about each of these plugins is that they all have some type of sweet spot with the gain knob. So as you can see, it's different for each one of them, because while I was dialing the tones, actually during the mix, I was moving around the gain knob to see how it affected the sound, and I noticed they all have that kind of sweet spot. So this is where it's at for me for each one of them. So as you can see, each one of them have a different sweet spot for my ears, for my taste. The BHD 5169 has a little bit before 5, like a 4.7 I have it. The BHD 3 has a 6.7, so a little bit higher. I feel like you could get away with adding more gain with this particular one just because it's a little bit more balanced than the other ones. And with the 6606, I have it at 5.6, which is what I like. I think this is what I had it before I opened up the plugin for the video. Actually, I want you to hear how the other plugins sound with and without the EQ that I was adding. So this is the BHD 3 with the EQ. I'm gonna bypass it. So it's not that much different. It's here by itself. So as you can hear, you probably have to do a lot less work with the BHD 3 to get it to work in the context of a mix than the other ones. Let's hear the 6606 too. So that's quite a bit of difference. Also had this boost, 2 dB boost on the high end at 8K that I thought that the 6606 needed. Let's check it out. I think it sounds a little bit more cutting with it. I think you can get a tone pretty close to the modern Gojira sound with this particular plugin, but what I was inspired by when I was recording this song was more something from the, as I said before, from the Link and the From Mars to Sirius albums. So I went with the 5169 for that because I thought it sounded the closest to it. Yeah, actually in this mix, the bass is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, so I'm gonna show you how it sounds with and without the bass. So you can see when I take off the bass, it kind of leaves out that punch in the mix. This is how the bass sounds by itself. So very distorted. I just wanted to get a very distorted sound for the bass with a very punchy low end that will fit right in the mix, because by itself the plugin sounded really good, but to get it where I wanted to with that really big punch, and actually bass is always very crucial to get a very punchy sounding metal mix. So yeah, don't overlook your bass tones. So I'm just gonna go around the final breakdown in this song, and I'm gonna be switching around each of the plugins to give you a quick comparison from each one of them. So yeah, that's all. I just wanted to show you how you can get some really cool Gojira-like tones, and just in general some pretty cool sounding tones really fast with these plugins, because they are that simple. And if you're someone that struggles a lot with getting a tone right because there's too many things to move around with so many knobs and whatnot, I think this is a very good plugin to get you started and just get you a really good metal tone right out of the box. And I just downloaded them just to try them out for fun the other day, and I was really impressed with how good they sounded. So I was very inspired to write this song. So this is the result that I got, and I think it was pretty good. You know, if you like what you hear in this video, go check them out. I think they're really good. They have a free trial, so you can try all three of them because they come in a bundle. That's why it's called the BHG bundle. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about these tones and what you would like to see in the future for demos and this kind of stuff. I've been wanting to do some more demo type content for a while now, and I think this is a really good place to start off. Also, peep the shirt out, check this out. It's a Boss DS1 pedal that's possessed by a demon. It's got spider legs and horns and whatnot. It's done by Shredclaw Apparel, so if you want to check it out for yourself and see if you get one, check it out in the link in the description down below. Well, that'll be all for today again. If you like the video, please click the like button down below. And if you would like to see some more Gojira type content from me, you can check out this video that I did a little while ago, doing some vocal covers too of what I thought was the heaviest Gojira moment at the time. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, well, go right ahead and subscribe. All my social media links and my Discord server link will be in the description down below, as always. So please, go ahead and check them out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.